are some losses that do not remain in the past. They enter the room with you. They sit beside you in the quiet. They wait in familiar places, in the hallway, beside the door, at the foot of a chair. I think about Sasta every day. Sometimes the thought arrives gently, like a small memory passing through. At other times, it comes with the full weight of knowing that he is gone. Sasta was only 3 years old. 3 years is such a short life. Yet he filled those years with so much presence that the space he left behind seems impossibly large. He was a little brown cockapoo, full of feeling, energy and need. Life with him was not always simple. When he was young, there were times when I wondered whether I could manage him. He suffered from separation anxiety, and those early months could be difficult. There was even a time when I nearly allowed him to go to another home. But he stayed. And somewhere along the way, without my fully realizing it, the difficult little dog became part of my heart. Perhaps that is how the deepest bonds are formed. Not always instantly and not always easily, but slowly, through ordinary days, shared rooms, small worries, familiar footsteps, and the quiet knowledge that another living creature depends upon you. He became my companion. I knew the sound of him moving through the house. I knew his moods, his fears, and his small ways of asking for comfort. He was not simply a pet who lived in my home. He was a presence in my life. And then, one night, he was gone. His death was sudden, violent, and terribly unfair. He had been attacked before, and we believed he would be safe. I could never have imagined that I would leave him in the morning and lose him before the night was over. There are parts of that day we still cannot understand. Grief searches endlessly for a different ending. It returns to the same moments and asks the same questions. What could have been different? What should have happened? What might I have done? But love cannot travel backwards and change what happened. It can only remain. After Sasta died, my son and I found the house became unfamiliar. Nothing had physically changed, and yet everything had changed. There was no movement where movement should have been, no small figure waiting, no familiar sound coming from another room. The silence was not empty. It was full of him. I still find myself looking towards places where he used to be. For a fraction of a second, the mind forgets what the heart already knows. That is one of the strange things about losing a pet. Their lives are woven into ours without words. They become part of the rhythm of the day, the opening of a door, the preparation of food, a walk, a sound in the hall. When they disappear, the rhythm continues, but one of its most important voices is missing. Sasta did not know how short his life would be. He did not measure his days or worry about the future. He knew the warmth of home, the excitement of recognition, the comfort of closeness, and the sound of his name spoken by someone who loved him. I hope that is what he carried with him. My son was utterly bereft. He loved Sasta deeply, and Sasta adored him in return. Whenever we travelled by car, Sasta would sit proudly beside him in the front seat. It is in small, familiar moments like these that we feel his absence most deeply. I hope that beneath all his fears, he knew he belonged. His life was brief, but it was not insignificant. He changed me. His loss changed me too. There are people who may say that he was only a dog, but anyone who has truly loved an animal knows that there is no only in it. They witness the parts of us that other people do not see. They are there during the silent hours. They accept our company without conversation and offer theirs without conditions. They make a home feel alive. And when they leave, we do not simply mourn the animal. We mourn the life we had while they were beside us. I think about Sasta every day because love does not disappear when a life ends. It changes its form. It becomes memory. It becomes longing. It becomes a name that still carries tenderness. It becomes a photograph we pause over and a sound we would give anything to hear again. Sometimes I imagine that he is still near me, not as a ghost, but as a part of who I have become. He is in the gentleness I now feel towards frightened animals. He is in my understanding of grief. He is in every piece of music, every image and every word I make in his memory. Perhaps this is how we continue to care for those we have lost. We speak their names. We tell their stories. We make something beautiful from the love that has nowhere else to go. Sasta, I am sorry that your life was so short. I am sorry that I could not protect you from everything. But I am grateful that you stayed. I am grateful that you became mine. And although I cannot hear your footsteps now, part of me is still listening for you. I will remember you in the house, in the garden, and in the quiet. I will remember the life we shared. I will remember you every day.